Greetings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I welcome you to this prophetic talk. This is Pastor Ocean Amandishe, your prophetic intercessor, coming again with a message that I believe it's also important and relevant, very valid for our situation and environment where we are in Zimbabwe. This is a message by Dr. Eneche, who was addressing his nation in Nigeria. But the points that he raised, the first points that he raised, I believe they are very relevant to any nation that is going through election, especially us Zimbabweans who are expecting elections in the next few months to come. So the points that he was raising are there to address certain critics that the church should not speak about politics, the men of God should not speak about politics. And these are the reasons that I believe it's very important for those who always criticizing to hear. And it's a message that I believe anyone can hear, so that people will appreciate why the church sometimes speak things concerning politics, because the church does not live in vacuum. The church and the society are one. So let us hear what this man of God was saying, and I believe it's also important for the church and the people in Zimbabwe to hear this message.
Food for thought, part 5. There are people wondering why the church or church leaders should be bothered about governance or politics. That is very absurd, very ridiculous. It is as ridiculous as asking why a person should be interested in the sanity of the pilot that is to fly him in an aircraft. Or why a person should be concerned about the expertise of the surgeon that is to perform a major operation on him. Or why a person should be worried about the health and hygienic status of the caterer that serves him food. Please understand this. Anyone who is not concerned about those things that concern his existence is a concern himself. The silence of good people is more wicked than the actions of bad people. Evil thrives when good people are silent, and most times silence is taken to mean consent. No one is permitted to keep silent when their destiny is being decided. You don't keep quiet or silent when your destiny or your welfare is being decided. To keep quiet when your destiny is being decided, like in a political setting, is to end with an outcome that may not be desirable. Now, why should the church people, church leaders, and the society at large be interested in politics and governance? Why should we be interested in who heads the government? First, government makes policies, and policies affect the society, and the church is part and parcel of society. So everyone in society, the church and her members inclusive, are at the receiving end of government policies. Second, government's failure places a high burden of care on the church as a religious and charity institution. For example, when people can't pay their children's school fees, house rent, etc., it is not the government they go to for help. It is the church they come to. When a person's loved ones get kidnapped, the church most times is their first point of call for prayer and emotional support. And someone says the church should not be interested. Government's inability, incapacity, and irresponsibility, leading to insecurity of lives and properties of the citizens, places a high burden of responsibility on the society at large, the church inclusive. Government's policies and actions, listen to this, that forbid religious freedom and facilitate religious persecution and intolerance, especially against Christians and the church, pose very great existential threat to the church. So for anyone to say that church should not be involved in governance and politics of the nation, he is either daft, deceived, dubious and fraudulent, demented that is insane, or a demonic agent from hell who want the destruction of the church. Friend, you have been shown the way. Did you see the way? You have been shown the way. Follow the way. Go out and vote. Do all you can to ensure that your vote counts. God bless.
Thank you for watching this video. I trust that this video has helped us. I share some views with what the man of God was saying. And I pray that the will of God will happen in our nation, Zimbabwe. Shalom.